morning, noon, or night. My name is Jet, and welcome to my channel, JITV, Jet in the Valley. This is going to be about what will happen and why we're supposed to love your enemies, okay? You love love above everything else, and you love each other, which includes your enemies. So if someone is doing awful, harmful, bad things to you, persecuting you, and trying to ruin your name or try to take your finances, ruin your marriage, do all these things to you. People are trying to do that to you. You do not turn around and do that to them. That's the tit for tat game. That is the system. That is what these people, they want you as a souled individual, a love-based individual, they want you to do that. They want you to play the game of tit for tat, and you hurt me and then I'll figure out how to hurt you. And you're going to spin your wheels and spend your time trying to figure out how to get revenge on people, as opposed to understanding why it would say that vengeance is love's. Okay, love is going to have the vengeance. We don't need to have it. I'm going to try to explain to you why that is, okay, in simple terms that are easy to understand. If you can just think about it and listen and put yourself in this position, okay? Let's use an example of someone trying to break your marriage up. Okay, so you're married, you have a significant other, you are exclusively together, and there is a person who comes and starts trying to wedge their way into your relationship, okay? People, they'll try and trigger people's lust reactions by the way they dress and the things they say and the gestures that they have and all of these different things, okay? If your relationship is not based on love solidly, you and your partner is not based on love, these tactics are pretty foolproof tactics, way to wedge themselves in, okay? That's why you're supposed to love love above everything else, okay? Because if you love love, then you understand love, and you're not going to fall for the tricks and the traps of the people who are anti-love in the system, okay? These people that go against love are anti-love. They're against it and trying to use it in place of, okay? But there is zero substitution for love. You can't substitute love. There's no possible way. Okay, lust is not a substitution for love. It's just like money is not a substitution for love. Okay, there is no substitution for love. So this person's coming and she's trying to wedge her way in, or whoever's trying to wedge their way in, and that gets you upset, right? And your mortal mind, okay, your worldly animalistic mind starts thinking like, oh, well, what can I do to stop her? Or what can I and they want you in this rat race to be intimidated and to be start basing your decisions out of fear. Okay, we are love-based. We are supposed to be making love-based decisions at all times and learning how to do that and seeking understanding on why. That's why I'm telling you. If someone does that, tries to wedge into your relationship, and they trigger a fear, like, oh my gosh, what if my partner really leaves me, and what if my partner really cheats, and so then you start thinking like, oh, well, I better do extra stuff, or I better go and do my hair different, I better go lose some weight, I better, because you're competing, like you feel like you're now competing with somebody because they're trying to take your stuff, okay? Love-based is nothing like that. Love-based, you know and you understand that you have free will. Love is free will. And when you got married and you became one and you decided you were going to be married and together, if you are in love-based living and you understand love and you understand two literally becoming one, then you do not fear, okay, when somebody comes along and tries to wedge their way into your relationship, because you knew from the beginning, you and your partner said you were going to put love first and love each other no matter what. So you understand love. Okay, that is love-based living. And that is solid. That is a solid foundation. That is the rock. Okay, being in love and of love and functioning from love is your solid foundation. When you slip off of the solid foundation of love, it's literally what they call a slippery slope. And the rest of it, it could just be one little area and one little thing that gets your mortal mind. It encourages your fear to kick in. And then it's very easy for your mind and your body to become obsessive, okay? Because it's the nature of our mind and body, without even taking into consideration other influences that are possible in this reality. Your mind and your body are animalistic in nature, and they like habits, they like patterns. It's always a slippery slope. Anytime you are off of love, you're on a slippery slope, because the things I'm talking about can happen to anybody in a body. These things can happen to. So back to the person trying to wedge their way in your relationship, or whatever anti-love thing they're going to try and do. So try and take your job, or they're going to try and do something to you. I mean, it's just like, it's the list of anti-love things is never ending. But you have to remain in love, because that is where you are strongest, and that is where you can function from, and that is where you are not easily manipulated. You can't be manipulated when you're functioning from love. Like, this is of love, this is not of love, okay? They want you to, these people that are anti-love, okay, they want you, the whole purpose is to get you as a love-based individual living from not love, okay? That's the whole game. That's the whole inversion. It's an inversion is what it is. So the vengeance thing, that's what I was going. Vengeance. So vengeance is of loves, okay? Love will take the vengeance. If you participate in these tit for tat games, okay, so that person's trying to take your partner, now you're trying to do things to now you get scared, so you're trying to do things, and then the other person's coming and doing stuff, and now all you're thinking about is this other person. All you're thinking about is the negative outcomes. All you're thinking of is the worst case scenario type thing, okay? That is literally how these systems are functioning. They are functioning because the majority of people are living that way. They're living that way, as opposed to understanding that you can be on the rock of love, okay? And that it will, because people do not, this is the part that I think people are missing, is that once you're in these systems that go against love and you're participating in all of these systems, you are going to feel the consequences of these systems, okay? Because you are in the system. So you can see how these systems are anti-love. They're not loving, right? They're not loving. If you remain in those systems, then those systems are going to keep going. It's just like a computer program, right? I said the word fair a few videos ago, and I didn't necessarily mean fair. This is what I meant to say. So if you're in these systems and you're functioning in these systems, it's just like a computer program, okay? You put the stuff into the computer program is going to do whatever it was programmed to do, right? It's not like a fair thing. It's a computer program. So if you are functioning in these anti-love systems, and you are including yourself in these systems, the system is going to see you as part of it and do all the things that are the systems are programmed to do. But the system is anti-love. So you have included yourself in the system that goes against love by participating in anything that goes against love, okay? So now the system sees you as part of it, okay? So the system, it gives you the repercussions and the outcomes and includes you in the system when it's operating from anti-love, okay? How you get out of that system, okay, and that's why it says vengeance is the loves, because love is going to come in, and anything that's against love and going in opposition of love is going to be dealt with. There's zero getting around that, okay? And that's why we, as love-based living individuals, are supposed to come out of the anti-love system where love can protect you and keep you safe, okay? If you stay in this system, okay, it's just like a computer program, okay? Say this is the anti-love system. Well, love is going to delete this program. Love is going to delete this program, right? So love is telling you, hey, come out of this system. Come out of this system over here with me, which is eternity and everlasting, okay? Because what is coming to this system is literal death. So if you are including yourself in this, okay, then you cannot continue to go against love, is what I'm telling you. As a soul-based individual who has the animating capacity to understand love, to function from love, you understand love. So you know, because it's written on your heart, when you're doing things that go against love, okay? And it feels bad. And there's a song called Comfortably Numb, like the Pink Floyd song. And that is a misnomer. There is no, if you are a souled individual, okay, there's no such thing as comfortably numb. You cannot get numb enough. There's zero. You are going to hurt and ache and be miserable and really weird stuff. I mean, and you're going to try all this stuff that goes against love. You're trying to fill the void that you have in you, the miserableness and the sadness. You cannot do enough drugs, okay? You can't have enough sex. You cannot get rid of that pain that you are feeling as a souled individual from the absence of love, okay? It's the absence of love that is causing you the problem, because in this reality, we are separate from love. We are separate from love. So what I'm trying to tell you is, okay, we're separate from love. We went into this anti-love system, okay? Now we need to come back out of the anti-love system so we can be reunited with love. That is the whole gist of what's happening. So when these petty people come around and they want to be messing with you and trying to trigger you to get into the mindset of anti-love, they want you in the anti-love mindset, okay? Instead of turning the other cheek or walking the other way, or understanding. Once you understand that this anti-love system is going, it's not going to be here anymore. It's leaving. I talk about this in the chocolate vanilla parable on my previous videos, okay? Get out of the anti-love, all the stuff that goes against love, because it's not eternal and it's not everlasting. That's what I've been saying, okay? Anti-love is not eternal. It's not everlasting. Love, okay, has a plan. This is the plan, okay? We're with love, fell out of love. We're in an anti-love system. This worldly system, all of these systems, they're anti-love, okay? You need to get out. You need to choose love and get out of the anti-love system, right? And then be with love and be reunited, and you can go into that. But the main thing you need to understand is you need to come out of the anti-love system so that you can not have the repercussions, and you do not have the consequences, and you do not have the vengeance put on you, and you don't have the judgment, and you don't face all of these things that the anti-love system is going to face from love. So if you're doing things that go in opposition to love, you need to try your best. Ask love to show you. Ask love to come in and show you what is this and what is that? What is she talking about? Does any of this even make any kind of sense? And yes, love will come in to your life and it will show you exactly what I'm saying. And once you know that these people that are going against love are going to be dealt with, and the way that they're going to be dealt with is worse than anything any of us could ever come up with. It's worse than anything any human could come up with, because these anti-love systems and the anti-love that's here has been very, 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 very dark and bad, and the vengeance is going to be put on it, and it is going to be dealt with, and it is going to be destroyed. Once you start to understand that as a souled individual, a love-based individual, you start to kind of even feel bad for these people, because you understand that they just don't have love, and they don't understand love. They don't have it. These people, they don't have it. And we're supposed to pray for them, because what is coming to them and what is coming to everybody who chooses to go against love, that continues to choose to go against love, is so incredibly bad that literally no person that's a souled individual would wish something like that on their enemies. It just wouldn't. If you if you are a souled individual and love-based, you do not wish for that to come upon them. But the problem is, it has to be that way because they're so dark. They won't turn. They won't go to love. They won't do it. And we have free will. Everyone has free will. You get to choose love or choose not love. And right now, it's like the gentle to a degree, a little bit of like showing people why you need to do that. Okay. Well, once these things start happening and unfolding, and it becomes more and more and more and more and more obvious what is happening, that love is the superpower, love is the most high, and if you continue to go against it, you are going to suffer. They won't stop. It's just like a rabid dog. These people that go against love, not all, the opposite force of love, the anti-love that's going against love, is so dark and so bad that they are never, ever, ever going to stop. They're never, ever, ever going to stop. And the punishment and the chastening is going to continue to get more and more severe. And that is a loving thing, trying to get people to understand you need to choose love. You have to choose love. If you don't choose love, this is where it's going. If you do not choose love, love is joy, peace, contentment, happiness, kindness, self-control, patience, all of those things. If you don't want those things, then you can choose to go against that. But who doesn't want that? Okay, but some people, it takes a severe amount of pressure for them to understand that that is the nature of this reality. That is what's happening. Okay, so the chastening is going to get more severe and more severe and more severe and more severe. And still, people are not going to turn because they're not of love, okay? There's of love, okay? There's not of love. The people who are not going to turn are not of love. They're not of love. And they are going to be exterminated, I guess, dealt with, ended. And once you understand that that is the plan, then what is there for us to do? What is there for us to do when people do petty stuff? Like, okay, well, that's their choice. I'm using my free will to choose love and line up with love, because I know the end. I read the end of the book. I read what happens, and I'm choosing love all the way choosing love. And when I don't, because I mess up, because I have this kind of mind and body, and the triggers come in and things of that nature, I gotta say, whoops, I'm sorry, I lost my patience, I lost my cool, I got in a fight, I did whatever. I mean, it can get very severe. People, because these minds and these bodies are against love. They're animalistic in nature. They're very easy to trigger. They're very easy to manipulate. So that's why they want you away from love, so that these systems can continue to manipulate your mind and body, because they're animalistic in nature. And these people that are running these systems are laughing at us. They're like laughing and enjoying it, and it's very sick. But like I said, they don't have love. They don't know. Okay, they don't know the Most High. They don't know. And so we have to forgive them. No matter what they do, we have to forgive them. We have to understand. Because it's just like, I'll come up with that one later. This is getting long again. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one good. And much love and many thanks, and I love you. Thank you.